Hey everyone, Nick Brick here with a Star Wars build. A blaster vaguely and unconvincingly found by Jyn Erso. Here is the A180 blaster pistol from Rogue One, a Star Wars story. In Rogue One, the A180 pistol is a blaster used by Jyn Erso during her short time fighting for the Rebellion. It also appears in 2015's Star Wars Battlefront as a blaster that can be reconfigured for multiple combat roles, although my build is only of the pistol mode. The LEGO A180 pistol is 12.5 inches long, weighs just under a pound, and contains 604 LEGO pieces. Jyn's A180 was built for the RebelLUG Summer 2020 collaborative build. I took command of So Uncivilized, the RebelLUG Blaster Collab, in which RebelLUG members each created a blaster from the Star Wars films, games, shows, or other media. The video for that is on the RebelLUG channel, which features amazing LEGO blaster builds from creators around the world. For this collaborative build, I chose Jyn Erso's blaster from Rogue One, as it is one of my absolute favorite Star Wars films, and was especially drawn to her blaster design. A little behind the scenes fact, the A180 pistol in Rogue One was a modified Luger P08. Guess I'm a bit of a fan of the Luger's design, as this is my second gun build based on one. The grip, the rear, the toggle action, and the trigger area are all parts clearly from a Luger, with additional greebly bits and a larger barrel to match the Star Wars aesthetic. Onto the functions, this blaster has one working function, and that is a moving trigger. Yeah, I know, that's it. Next, let's take a look at some of the details on the A180 pistol. The barrel is a basic 4-wide cylinder down most of its length. Towards the muzzle, a little section colored with dark gray, sand blue, and old light gray represents the burnt steel barrel of the actual prop. I thought this was a neat little detail. I wanted to include it in some capacity in LEGO form. Continuing down the barrel, you got these 6 evenly spaced holes on both sides of it. Further down are these dark gray stripes to represent the circular grooves at this area of the barrel. The trigger and trigger guard were two difficult elements to design. Creating them with concentric curvatures, maintaining a thin trigger guard, and still allowing for a trigger pull were all tasks difficult to achieve, but all of them ended up working out. The Luger's iconic toggle action grip is seen here, of course non-functional since it doesn't have to on a Star Wars blaster. Still, this section was really fun to design. The barrel was the first part designed, but the part designed after that was the grip. I know, these two sections don't connect directly. This model was in 2 halves for a lot of the design process because of that. Anyway, the grip makes use of these 1x2 curve slopes with the cutout. While this grip design wouldn't be very useful if you wanted to reuse it as a Luger grip that can accept a magazine, it looks pretty great and it's super comfortable to hold. And here is a banana for scale. Although, you may have noticed earlier the A180 pistol's stand. Let's take a look at that next. Just for presentation, the pistol is displayed upon a life-size replica of Stardust, otherwise known as the Death Star plans in Rogue One. More than just a blaster for the RebelLUG Blaster Collab, I decided to go all out on a tribute to Jyn Erso's character. This includes the Kyber crystal Jyn wears around her neck throughout the film. Overall, as I've mentioned, Rogue One is one of my top favorite Star Wars films. Through these various props, it's a reminder of the story of stealing the Death Star plans, and especially the story of Jyn Erso. Next, let's try firing Jyn Erso's A180 blaster pistol. Before I go, I wanted to mention that there are instructions available for the A180 pistol. They're available through the RebelLUG instruction store, link in the description. Also, don't forget to check out the video for the full So Uncivilized RebelLUG Blaster Collab, linked in the cards, the description, and in the end card. I'm really proud of what RebelLUG came up with for it, and it's worth taking a look. Subscribe for more LEGO replica builds. Also, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed LEGO Jyn Erso's A180 blaster pistol.